What you guys got another video? Microsoft is tracking your every move with GDID. Here's how to disable it. So what is GDID? GDID is your global device identifier. It's on every Windows-based system, whether it be virtual machine or a real computer. Now there was a case recently, and you can check it out for yourself, where Microsoft helped the FBI identify someone from the Scattered Spider members group. The court files revealed that Microsoft helped the FBI track this guy down and all of his movements using his GDID global identifier number, which is assigned to every Windows installation and cannot be changed unless the operating system is wiped. The GDID helped them to track his IP history, follow all of his web activity and video game activity and games he played. It also tracked all of his logged in social media accounts, including Snapchat, Facebook, and Apple. According to the court documents, the criminal mistake was using a VPN. So even if you're on a VPN, they can track you with timestamps. And basically, that's exactly what they did. I'll show you a quick image here, which they used to track him down. You can check out the link in the video description for more details. Now, before we continue, let's have a quick word from today's video sponsor, CD Key Sales. If you're looking for cheap Windows 10 Pro or cheap Windows 11 Home or Pro keys, then you can check out the links in the video description. All you need to do is create yourself an account on CD Key Sales, choose your product, and click the Buy Now button. Once you've clicked the Buy Now button, you can use my promo code R09 and apply that to your order and get a 30% discount on all your purchases on CD Key Sales. They will send you your key, head over to the activation center and paste in your key, and you will get a fully activated version of Windows. This will give you all the features that you don't get with a non-activated version of Windows. Let's take a look at how we can disable GDID. So there was an article I did the other day about GDID, and the creator of that article also has a GDID disabler. You can click on the link right here, and what it will do is it will take you to this place right here. You can click on the PS1 file. This is your PowerShell file. It's going to stop a couple of services, CDP service and also CDP user service. It also turns off activity history via policy and blocks the DNS activity and WNS notified domains in the host file. It also clears some information there, as you can see up the very top. So if you want to use something like this, then by all means you would need to copy all of this code. Now before you do that, you can see there's a list of domain names right here. Now this is not a perfect solution. This is just a way of blocking some of the traffic that GDID uses, but there's also some side effects. That is why the information provided in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Any actions you take based on this video are strictly done at your own risk and decision. I'm not responsible for any loss of your data. Make sure you back up your data and create a restore point. Always do your own research and understand the changes will be made to your PC, which could make it unstable and things may break. Now, before you go running this particular script on your system, what sort of impact is it going to have on you? Well, as far as I know so far, Microsoft accounts will not work correctly. The Microsoft Store doesn't work. OneDrive has issues. Microsoft 365 accounts have issues. Account linked to UWP apps have an issue with this as well. There's also heavy issues with phone link, continue on PC, cloud clipboard, nearby sharing, and also some other convenience features might not work as well. You've got peer-to-peer distribution of updates and store content. These may not work correctly. And it also may affect other things on your computer as well. This is deeply embedded into Windows. It's attached to your computer and it's also attached to Microsoft servers. So if you delete the GDID ID key, which I've mentioned in the last video, it's not going to do you much good because it will just be recreated by the Microsoft servers. That ID is tied to your machine. Now, if you're happy with what we've been talking about here and you do want to stop it, then you can. There's no guarantee that this is going to completely work 100%. There might be some way that it's still sending information out. So all this is very new And GDID is nothing new. It's been around for a very long time. It's been around since Vista days or even XP days. So what we're going to do here is we're going to copy all of that script information, and we're going to go to the three dots in Explorer here, go to Folder Options, View, Show Hidden Folders, Files and Drives, and then take away the Hide Extensions for known file types. Now we're going to create a text document on our desktop right here. So do that right here. Now we can name this whatever you like. I'm going to call this gdid.ps1 because that's what the file is. So we can go ahead and just quickly rename this .text file to .ps1. Now we've done that, we can say yes. And now you should see a PowerShell blank file. So what we're going to do is right click and open with Notepad. And this will open up the window here. Paste in all the text that you just copied from that script on the GitHub page. And once you've got all of that copied and pasted into here, you can click on File and Save. So now we have our PowerShell script ready to go. Now remember, this is going to be blocking a lot of stuff on your computer, but if you want to continue and do it, all you need to do here is right click on the file, copy as path. Then what you need to do is go to your Start button here, open this up and do a search for PowerShell. Run this as administrator. So here we go right here. Just click on this, say yes to the user account control, and there we have our PowerShell window. So now we need to navigate to that location. So what we're going to do is do CD space and then paste in the path because we copied the path of that location. We need to remove the gdid.ps1 on the end because we want to just put the desktop here. So just use your arrow keys to just backtrack on that and move it back to the desktop. Press enter and we should be in the desktop location. From here, you can type ls and it should show you the file on the desktop. And there's the file right there. And that's the one we want to use. Now, you can't just go ahead and run the gdid.ps1 file on your system. And that's because Windows will protect you and block any scripts running on your system. And this is to stop any malicious scripts. And you might see something looking like this, which is an error, as you can see here. Now, you can make it run. You just need to enable a feature on Windows to tell it that you want to allow scripts to run on your PC. This is to stop malicious scripts from running on your system. And you can see right here, there is a link to Microsoft and it explains all about this and what it does. So when you go to all assigned or bypass or default and you've got remote signed, you can see here the default execution policy for Windows computers scripts can run. So you need to enable the remote signed feature on Windows to allow this script to run. To do that, all you need to do is type out this command right here and it will then be able to set the remote signed feature. So type out set dash execution and then policy and then space and then remote signed, just like so. And then just basically press enter and this will then enable that feature. This will allow the script to run on our PC. We'll turn it off afterwards for security. So now you've got this done right here. Make sure you type A for yes for all. So type A and then press enter and this will continue with the option to run the script. So now we can use our up arrow keys to go back to use the command to basically run our script. And there it is right there, /gdid.ps1. And now you can see the GDID disabler. It's saying status, show the current status of this system. So I'm going to press 1 here to see what information it gives us. So let's go ahead and press 1. And you can see right here, it's now telling us that these services are running. And this is the GDP SVC state is running. And we also have CDP user SVC state is stopped at the moment, but it's set to automatic. And there's a bunch of other stuff here as well that it's going to be doing. So now we can press 2 to disable all of these features. This cuts off the GDID pipeline. It's not going to remove anything from your computer. It's going to just try to disable it or block it. Now, so far, this is all I've found on how to block the pipeline of GDID. Of course, it does have some side effects, which we talked about earlier. So now we can go back and type 1. Now we've cut off the GDID pipeline, and we can press enter, and you can now see it just gives you some information. I'll show you this close up in a second, side by side, so you'll be able to see what the difference is compared to running and disabled on your PC. I suppose at this stage you have to ask the question, how private is your information if this is a thing and Microsoft have used it, and so has the FBI, to capture people and their activities online. Now, you may be saying in the comments section down below, well, I don't do anything wrong online, so I don't really care. But it's an invasion of your privacy, and of course, at the end of the day, whether you agree with it or not, they should disclose this sort of information and let people know. Now, of course, the information that has been used to capture this person was a criminal. And if you're not doing anything bad on your PC, then you have nothing to worry about. But again, we don't know what sort of information they're harvesting. So let's go ahead and press 4 to quit out here. Now, if you do want to enable the security feature on Windows again, all you need to do is do set-execution policy space undefined and basically press enter and say A for yes for all, and it will disable the security feature for scripts, and it will stop them running on the system just to keep yourself protected. So we've reversed the script activity on here. We can clear the screen here, and now we can just do one more check to make sure the script security policy is in place. So we can do get dash execution policy and then space dash list, and it will give us the list to tell us whether this has been turned off. I just want to check to make sure. There we go, and press enter, and you can see it's undefined. That means it's disabled, so scripts can't run on here. So if you want to run other PowerShell scripts on your PC in the future, you will need to disable that security feature there each time you run one. And that's pretty much it. That's basically how you can disable it. So what did we just do here? On the left-hand side is the enabled GDID, and you can see all the information right there. And on the right is what we've just done to disable that. And you can see as all the information has been changed. Should you do this on your PC? Well, it depends on how you value your privacy and what you're doing on your computer. Will I be doing it on my computer? No, I'm just going to leave it as it is because it's been there for many years, and I don't think they're going after people like myself or the average Joe using his computer. They're going after serious criminals. And of course, if you are paranoid about all of this, then you've got a choice. Don't use Windows. Go and use a Linux-based system. But remember, Linux also has a computer identifier, so you can't really avoid it. And I'm pretty sure, Android and also Mac OS also have computer identifiers. And there's also things like your mobile phone, which is obviously harvesting information and obviously tracking where you go, GPS tracking, all this sort of stuff. You can't really avoid it, really. It's everywhere we go in the world today. It's just the world we live in. So if you're a bit paranoid about this sort of stuff, then maybe crawl under that big rock there and live somewhere far away from society, and maybe you might be safe. But even then, you've probably got to register that you're living in that location anyway. Anyway, that's going to be about it. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Just want to say a quick shout out to all my YouTube members who have joined my YouTube members group. I really do appreciate the support. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.